Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap. I've been
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll see Bryce Young. Solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
Dalton right to the air, being chased out left. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Play action now, Dalton. And that one going to come up short, low throw. The Panthers had 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they moved back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year, because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Steps away to his left, and he is tackled inside the 49 point to the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Dalton now to pass. And incomplete on the deep ball. You look at this defense for the Vikings. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
And now they'll audible to something else. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And he is caught. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 13-yard line. That one good for 24 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Dalton operating in the red zone now. Forced out to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Second down, Dalton buying time to his left. Rifling one complete into the hands of Marshall. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their...
Yeah, he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Chark, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are on the board first here this afternoon. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
44. Here you go.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Dalton. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. You look at this defense for the Vikings. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
They spent the week at practice saying, we know our rating's not that great, and we know we're facing the #1 passing team in the league, but there are some things that we can do to give ourselves a chance in this game.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Anytime they think they've got him open beyond the markers, you know they're going to throw it his way. And that's not going to change even after that incompletion was forced.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't want to be a jinx partner and put the whammy on him, but I think we could be looking at all-time damn the ground with the way that he's going. Only a few quarterbacks in this league are capable of a 100-yard game, and he's halfway there just in the 1st quarter. This is a record-setting pace. Hopefully, he can keep it up, and we can have fun watching it.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. On the draw, here's Sanders. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much. much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Now Sanders. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. He'll try again. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Miles Sanders. All right, the offense back on the field here. Let's see what they can do on this play. Dalton sets up play action. And that's going to be caught downfield by Chubb. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport.
At the 41-yard line.
368. Stop.
So Dalton now. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown Panthers. Adam Thielen, 41 yards. And the Panthers take a 3-touchdown lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. That's good, the completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Vikings 46-yard line.
Now they'll try and set up the quarterback draw here. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. The medical to him, and we will step aside. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He's got a man. That's Marshall. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. We get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. First down. Here's Corral with it. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
At the 4-yard line.
Second down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line. Corral looking to throw. Steps away. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Matt Corral his first touchdown on the year. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Left side here to Sanders. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Throwing here, Corral escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 46. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and the lead will hold at 3 touchdowns.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching. He's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being... It's a gain of 34. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down. 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Flush to his right. And this one is incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Andy Dalton dancing to his left. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Dalton, 1st and 10. They'll roll him out right. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 1st and 10 for Dalton. He'll buy some time right. That's once again complete to Chark. And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decided to throw for it, but the pressure got to them quickly and put the quarterback down.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Passing, it's Dalton. Rolling to his right. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he will take it across for Panthers touchdown. Offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been automatic. How about 8 for 8 in the game thus far? This will be 3rd and 6. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the 1st down against our defense by that decision.
They'll try on 4th. Here's Dalton. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the 1st down, but hold everything. A flag is down. This one might not stand. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely. No matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
And he's got this down to the 35. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Dalton now to pass. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Play action now. Dalton. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Once again with Sanders. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Panthers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the 4th quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Sliding out of the pocket. That is caught by Thielen. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And quickly they get to the line. Not running. Dalton wants to throw. They'll roll him out right. Open man once again. It's Thielen. And he's... Gain. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Dalton. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now Dalton on the move to his left. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big